How's it going, guys? Damien Gurry with myfilmstory.com. Today we're going to do a little bit of a feedback Friday, if you will. We have a friend of mine that has just joined like the mentoring program that I'm a part of, and he did this real estate video titled "If Real Estate Videos Were Travel Videos," and he wanted me to take a look, let him know my thoughts, and let him know just any thoughts I have on it. He shot this video with a 77D, a Sigma 18-35 1.8 millimeter, and a Glidecam, which is our favorite. And we just want to take a look and give some critique and some thoughts and go from there. Now, guys, I don't reach out for people to send me videos. I feel like I'm a student in this myself. He's just a guy that we've been talking back and forth on, and he decided to send it to me just to see what I thought based on the knowledge that I have and the things that I've gone through in my video career so far. So without further ado, let's take a look at what Jonathan has for us. All right, so give a quick pause there. What I've noticed on the very first shot, if you go back here, you notice it's not fully framed straight. It has a little bit of a turn to it, and that's the Glidecam at its finest. You know, it takes a little bit of work to get those shots as straight as you can. And I know the work, I've gone through it. I've been using the Glidecam for 7 years now, and still it can be difficult to get it straight. So that's one of the main things with the Glidecam. The heavier the actual camera rig is and everything that you have on it, the smoother these shots will be. Now, of course, that means heavier, so your arms may get tired faster. But it's something that I've had to get used to, and I've strapped a camera, a battery grip, and a small audio mixer under it with a mic on top. And I've put a bunch of weights on the bottom and weights on top just to get it big and heavy so I can get those straight shots when I use them. But that's just, one thing I'm seeing off the top. But colors look good so far. Let's keep going. To an elevator. Okay, now we're outside. Looks like it's raining. A little effect there, nice effect. All right, so let me go back a little bit. So what I'm seeing so far is it started out, we're going into this hotel, and then we go into the little lobby area, and then we go into the elevator, and now we're back outside. So when it comes to storytelling, we want to make it simple, we want to make it easy, so that way, as soon as somebody watches it, they understand exactly what's going on. It's not confusing. Again, I know this is a test thing that you're just practicing and playing with, but let's say the hotel approached you and wanted you to do a video for them, and they wanted you to showcase this hotel or whatever this, it looks like a hotel to me, but whatever this building is, maybe it's an apartment complex. They said they wanted you to make a video for this apartment complex. They want you to be able to show off the hotel and things that are happening. So if the rest of the video is mostly outside, which I can say because I've seen it, it is, then I would just go straight to filming everything outside. Again, this is more so for if you're wanting, this is more so having the mindset of creating a promotional project for a company or a hotel or an apartment complex. That's the mindset you want to have. We have to kind of put all the effects that we want to do and all the cool things to the side and say, what is the goal that we're trying to accomplish with this video? Once we figure that out, then we can be able to add, okay, if that's the case, we're going to need this kind of a camera. We're probably going to need this kind of a lens. We might need a wider lens. We might need a tighter lens. But until you identify what the actual purpose of it is, then it's going to be kind of just run and gun. But I think you were just practicing and trying to get some stuff out there. So I totally understand. Not a problem at all. I get it. But I feel like I have to let that be known if you're wanting to continue to grow into the video career that you have, okay? So let's continue. So now we're outside. All right, so this is almost like a jump cut. And a jump cut is pretty much where you have a shot, and then the next shot after it cuts to a shot that is almost similarly framed. So you have this shot right here that looks like it's raining while it's in the pool, and it looks a little blurry, I'm not sure. And then it cuts to another shot, same angle, maybe a little further down, but same angle, clearer, doesn't, it might still be raining a little bit. That's a jump cut. So that's what we don't want to have. We don't want to have that in the video. What we want to do is probably something where you can show this side of the pool, and then maybe you cut to another side of the pool that shows the same pool. It's just you get it at a different angle. We don't want to have the same two shots back to back. It kind of lowers the quality of the video and the professionalism of the end product. Okay, but let's keep going. Let's got the tree effect. Okay, so again, this is a shot. You're starting out a little bit wider. You're seeing the tree that did the transition. Cool. Looks like you got that down pretty well. Great work. And then it goes into the playground. And then it cuts to this other shot, which if the slide is right there, it looks like it's another angle, but it's another angle. So it's showing, but it's the same. It's weird. It's like it's the same. It's a different angle, but it's the same distance away from the playground. So it makes it look like it's in the same shot. So again, we want to make sure we have different types of shots. So for example, if you're going from the playground shot, if I go back a few, went too far, go forward a little bit. If you have this shot that's showing this, then you want to cut to, maybe you want a tighter up shot that'll show kids playing on the park. Or maybe you want, if you can, like an overhead shot that shows a higher angle of the park, or maybe you want to show a shot of anything there that's either closer or a detail shot of something that's happening there, and then maybe you cut back to a wider shot. So once again, you want to keep giving that variety through it, because if it continues like that, it'll be very one-dimensional. And we want to be able to make a full video that encompasses different angles. You know, we always talk about getting the different angles, the lows, the mediums, the highs, the close-ups, the wides, the pull-outs, the pull-ins, all those things. So when you're filming, think about that as you're going through your shots. If you have this shot down, all right, what else can I get? Maybe I can go tighter this time. Maybe I'll get close-up right to the park. All right, I have that. What can I do this time? Maybe I can get a kid on the swing at the park. All right, got that. What else can I do? Maybe I can get another kid climbing up the side of the little monkey bars thing I'm seeing there. So you're getting different angles at the park, and it's not just one-dimensional, okay? There you go. Okay, so one of the cool things I'm hearing is the sound effects of what's being shot, which is awesome. That's great that you're thinking like that already. Like when I was first starting out, I had no idea about any of that. Like trying to mix the audio to what's happening on screen. Did not think about that at all. So that's great work. And you did that with the tennis court shot. I heard the tennis ball going like that. You did it with I think you might have did it with the park as well. Now I'm seeing that, looking closer, I see that the park is, I guess maybe due to COVID or things like that, they've marked off the park. So you probably wouldn't be able to get a kid there. But again, you're just doing it for fun. You're just doing it for practice. So the shots are good. I'll say one of the things I am noticing is the Glidecam, again, is a little bit wobbly. And I understand. I've gone through it. I do it sometimes, and it's tough to do. One thing I would do is see if you can figure out how to put more weight on it. Like for example, my Glidecam, if you look here, this is a Glidecam HD 2000. I don't know if you can see that. So my Glidecam, as you can see, it has the quick release plate here, but it also has, I'll try to turn this on. It also has the plates right up here. You see that? So I have the quick release plate, but I also have, there's two plates right here, two weights right here. And so what that allows me to do is it gives even more weight that's on top. So a lot of the times I'll have a camera with a battery grip on it, and I'd have the microphone. And if I want to, I have this little audio mixer that I put on it as well to give it even more weight. But a lot of times the battery grip plus the microphone plus this weight gives a pretty decent amount of weight. I'm sorry, I'm looking there, I need to look there. It gives more weight. Now, the bottom of my Glidecam, I can just hold it up. You can see there how many weights it has. I hope you can. There's 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on each side. So you have 4 weights on each side. You have 2 weights on top. And then you have the battery grip and the microphone on the camera. And that's normally what I use for my Glidecam. And I do not have a giant 1DX Mark II camera. I have probably one that's similar to yours. I have a 70D camera. It's a crop sensor camera that I mostly put on there. I know you're familiar with slowing down the footage and 60 frames to 24 frames or 30 frames to 24 frames, however you want to do it. So if you can, just practice. You don't even have to do a lot of pushing in, but just practice being able to walk in a straight line. Like filming something like this where you're showing the park, where you're just going directly straight towards it is perfect practice. Or maybe just going back and forth, left and right this way, getting that for practice. Very easy, very fun stuff to do. But I understand. Just keep working at it. And making sure that it's balanced too. That's a whole other thing that took me years to kind of figure out. Okay? Let's keep going. Water. All right. So, I am seeing a lot of that transition, the speed ramp transition. Like I believe in one shot you had like 2 speed ramps in one. If I'd go back to this one, I think you had 1, 2. So you have 2 in that one shot with the plants in the water. And the effect is cool. It's good to use. But once again, when you're doing even like this real estate videos, the main purpose of real estate videos is to show off what you're looking at. If we can't fully see what people are looking at because the effects are going by so fast, then it kind of lowers the quality and the purpose of the video in the first place. So once again, especially with real estate videos, you want to be able to take time so that people can see what it is that they need to see. If this was, again, for this apartment complex or this hotel or whatever this is, then you would want to be able to slowly show the house or the park, slowly show the flowers. So for example, for this kind of a music, this kind of a song, so like 4 counts. If I go back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you at least want to get that 4 count in here. You either want to do 4 or 8 for this kind of a real estate video. And truthfully, if you're doing a real estate kind of a thing and it's for travel, you probably want to maybe even go with a slower song. But once again, I understand this is practice. I'm not trying to get on you about that, but it's one thing to just practice, but it's one thing to practice with thinking about if this is something that you want to do more of. You want to be able to practice what you need to practice in order for it to become better. So if you're wanting to do this real estate type travel videos, then a lot of the times, especially real estate videos, the shots are very slow. They're not fast paced. They're not speed ramps all over. They're very slow, and they show you what's in front of you very easily. They show you what's happening. And yeah. All right. So let's go from there. Yeah, I can tell that you have the effects down. Like, you know how to make those effects work and you know how to implement them into your project. So with videos like this, travel, real estate videos, I'm saying more so specifically real estate videos because travel videos, they can be fast paced or they can be slow. They can be filled with effects or they can be very simple. And I'll leave that to you to figure out how you want to do that. But for real estate videos, we want to make sure, once again, that we're able to show the people what we're looking at. I see you have the effects down. I did not even know how to do any of these things when I first started. But then again, I don't know if a lot of these things were as popular as they are now. So again, let's keep going. I like did the little follow thing to come out. That was cool. And so looks like you have maybe a little light leak there. So this looks like it's a hotel of some sort, and you filmed outside. I guess maybe you were just practicing and you went into the lobby and saw fields available, and then you went out and you went to this area outside just to film. Then that's awesome. I commend continuing to like keep going and keep practicing. Please keep doing that. Please keep doing that. So as you keep doing that, think about if you're wanting to do real estate, if you're wanting to do travel, what are some of the skills that I'll need? Number one, you'll need to be able to show the people what they need to see and that they're able to see it clearly and like understand what they're looking at. It doesn't need to be something so fast that they can barely see what is happening on the screen. So that's one thing. Two, Glidecam, stable shots. That's always going to be something that's tough to work on, but just keep working on it. It'll get better, promise you. But I'll say the colors look good. The quality of the shots look good. I can see that you're already like learning how to frame up your shots and things like that. Got the rack focus with the shallow depth of field with the flowers and things like that. It's a really awesome job. And I see that you're already making some videos on YouTube. I think maybe that's another one there that you've done. So I see that you're already getting it done. Congrats. That's awesome work. I know it takes a lot to keep going, to keep going, to keep going. That's all we have for today. Thank you, Jonathan, for sending that in. And if any of you guys have any other questions, please feel free to let us know.